I almost Alt F forward rigging a Smash Bros bracket by Coney. I do believe I have seen this individual in a couple of Jade Animation videos, I believe. I think Alpha Rad too. So I've kind of seen this man before. I haven't truly watched his content yet, so I'm actually super excited about this. This is submitted via Patreon request, and I'm super happy because now I get to see what his style is like.
Fellas, 10 years of Smash. Endless stories. Endless story times. I have so many things I could share with you, so many things to tell you. But this one is a little different. I've said before how many stories that I have that have left me somewhat uncomfortable, maybe a little anxious, maybe a little worried about the future, but this is the only one where I almost died. And there isn't an exaggeration here. I almost died, and it was the result of my own actions. I nearly died at a tournament. Would you like to hear me tell the story? Chat?
I'm ready for this. They
all said yes.
I do actually like the TV show chat in the background. That's actually really smart in terms of space. I actually really love that. So I've debated on doing face reveal. I might have to even backtrack a little bit. I'll probably have to. I'll do something like, I don't know, like me in armor or something. I don't know. No chat. I will not wear the maid outfit at 100K. But I initially had made a promise to face reveal at 100K. My concern is very much, I'm not photogenic, but also more than that, it's very much AI and being able to, take it's security concerns, right? Taking your face and being able to do things with it. So that's why I'm specifically a little concerned about that. If in an IRL setting though, this makes a lot of sense. The setup with chat showing in the background like this, I actually really like it. I think that's really cool.
Great, because I'm going to. This is the story of how I almost died rigging a Super Smash Bros. Tournament. Nobody's gonna get this, what I put on the screen. Nobody even knows what's happening here. It's the end of a movie that was really famous before you all were born, okay? Our story begins, as it so often does, an introduction of the ensemble cast. What's important here is I need you to know who all of these people are, okay? I don't normally do this, but I need you to know everybody in this story, and we need to introduce them up front. The names have been changed to protect the innocent, okay?
Sure.
So, the first person, let's say, is Brainy, okay? He's a smart guy, very good player in Smash, is a little bit full of himself, but is very talented, and he's a good friend. Second person, let's say, is Spike. Spike is, very good at Smash. We'll have more to say about Spike later. Just know that Spike is in this story, okay? Next up is someone who we're gonna call Sleepy. Sleepy is in this story. You might find out why by the end, okay? And then the last person that I need you to know is Madman. Madman is named this not because he rages or he's especially angry, but he's a pretty suave dude, and he's gonna have quite a story arc by the end of this story, okay? So these are our 4 players, and of course, me. I'm here too. I'm your guide along this journey. So just keep in mind, these 4 people are the real players on stage in this in this production, okay? It was a fine spring day on Smashboards.com. See, there were tournament listings everywhere. Events were starting back up as the weather started to get better. And I was sitting around trying to make some money on a weekend where I was free. I wasn't busy. If you've seen the other video, hey, go ahead. If you haven't seen the other one, go ahead and click this. There's a video about sniping tournaments and what that was like, the culture of it. I beat up some kids at I didn't beat them up. I beat some kids at Smash Brothers on their birthday.
Oh my god, you legend. I love that. That was a really smooth way to point to the top as well. I know YouTube kind of like, you'll look at older videos and, you'll see like old JonTron and stuff will say like, hey, a thing you should appear on screen now, and that thing no longer appears. YouTube kind of does things where they like roll out new features, and they'll I'm trying to find the right word. They'll shutter old features, right? So this is one that might date itself, but honestly, like that was really smooth.
You would basically go on here and you would snipe tournaments, right? So I went down and I was looking for tournaments, trying to find somewhere to go over the weekend, and then I saw it. Enhance. Gamers Paradise, North Carolina Brawl Tournament, $500 pop bonus. $500, you say?
Sure.
Oh, that's quite a payout. I saw $500 and I said, yes, please. I wonder how far this North Carolina tournament is from me and if it's worth going. Let's take a look. 5 hours and 12 minutes for a tournament where I may win $300.
Right.
Hell yeah, that's worth it. Absolutely.
I mean, it's life experience too. I mean, yeah, you can say the cost benefit analysis isn't quite there, but also it's just one of those things where it's like, and being able to travel 5 hours for a tournament, I would do it, especially if I could meet up with like cool people or people I knew. I'd do it 100%. I've talked about doing this with Yu-Gi-Oh! I've talked about doing this with Pokemon. Trading card games are in a weird spot right now. I was having a conversation about them recently in regards to tournaments and stuff, and like, while I can play, say, the Pokemon TCG or Yu-Gi-Oh! At a high level of play, right? Not that I'm a tournament winner by any means. I can understand the game better than your average person, I would argue. It doesn't really matter when a lot of the current industry is scalpers and people who just aren't geared towards play. So it's really interesting to think about it that way. But I would absolutely do something like this because at that point, you're kind of just riding off the gas, right? You're not planning on using your winnings to be able to pay your way through, if that makes sense, right? That's not financially responsible, right? Like you're already like, whatever. I got an extra tank or two of gas in my, in my account. I can go buy some gas and do that. That's stuff I would absolutely do.
That is the biggest payout of my life. I get to play video games and make money over a weekend? Absolutely. And I get a few people in on it who also want to snipe this tournament. One thing that you guys got to understand, North Carolina Brawl was free. Oh my God, they were so free. It was, you could take money from them without even trying. They would give it to you, and they would money match you out the wazoo. Please, would you give me some matchup experience? Oh yeah, sure, kid. $5 a pop. Boom, boom, boom. You would have a full tank of gas in half an hour. It was so easy to stomp North Carolina, so we were all positive that we would do well. We all get together. Sleepy in the front seat. He's the guy that owns the car. He's the driver on this excursion.
Oh, no.
Brainy is along for the ride as well. And of course, there's me in the back seat. So,
legend.
We, this eclectic group of people, arrive in North Carolina, mostly no worse for wear. We stopped a few times for gas, took a little bit longer, but we got there on time and it was fine. And this is generally what the college tournament looks like. If you guys haven't been to a college tournament, this...
Bro, they got the CRTs. Oh my God, bro. I think this makes me... Because, like, clearly there's a... I mean, obviously Nintendo, right, wouldn't do... I guess maybe they would, depending on how it performs on the Switch, right? The Switch emulator, that's the Nintendo Switch Online. Like... It blows my mind because Nintendo like let Pokken kind of depreciate, right? Like they literally have their own Pokemon fighting game platform and they just kind of let that depreciate. I don't know enough about the mechanics, right? I don't really know enough about how it compares to other things like Street Fighter, Tekken, some of the big ones out there, right? Or even Smash, right? But they literally have like one of the fighting game platforms, right? In Smash Bros, right? Whether it's Ultimate, right? Or whether it's, 64 GameCube, right? Like Brawl, but I guess random tripping is an issue, right? It's just so fascinating to watch Nintendo actively kind of just ignore Smash when they could be running like official tournaments and stuff. And I know there's been some drama about Nintendo coming down hard on the Smash community. So it makes me wonder why they're not doing like Pokemon VGC stuff or like, official tournaments for, unless they are, and I'm completely just, unbeknownst to it. It's entirely possible because I just don't follow. I enjoy hearing about Smash. I'm an okay, kind of an okay Smash player, right? So I'm not playing top tier by any means. I think it's fascinating to hear about, though.
This is just kind of what it is. It's like a room that's set up in either a classroom or like a side thing. Bunch of sweaty dudes playing. No more than 30 people. So this is the University of North Carolina. And of course, all three of us roll up together and enter the room. Hello, everybody. And as we enter the room, we're getting some whispers. Oh my God, MDVA's here. Oh, MDVA came. Yo, they're pretty. I don't care about Sleepy. Sleepy's not very good, but the other two, oh shit, MDVA showed up. We gotta get ready. We start scoping out and looking around, okay? And in the back of the room, we see a couple people. One of them is Madman. Madman is playing on a CRT right here. Now, I did not give you this context before. Madman is #1 in North Carolina, or at least he should be. He's a very good player in North Carolina. Doesn't really travel much, but everybody knows he's very talented, okay? But also in the back of the room is Spike. Why did Spike go over here? Now, one thing I didn't tell you about Spike. Spike is also from MDVA. Spike is very good, and Spike didn't tell anybody he was coming to this. He told nobody that he would be here. He tried to snipe this alone, which means he probably saw all of us talking, and he decided to come here on his own.
Amazing.
Nobody came with him. He drove all this way alone, 5 hours. But
what an absolute legend! That is, I have respect for that. That is genuinely special.
I'll tell you, Spike is not happy to see us. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So they start putting everything together, and we have a bracket here, okay? So let's go down the line. Brainy is first seed. He's the best player in our region, and he showed up out of nowhere, and we know he's good. Spike is second seed. He's a very good player from our region, better than pretty much anybody except Brainy, but not quite on Brainy's level. So they expect them to meet in winners finals, right?
Right.
I'm the third seed down here because I'm the third best person at the tournament, allegedly. That's what people think.
Yeah.
And then Madman is fourth best. He's #1 in his state, but I think they realize that North Carolina isn't quite at the same level of MDVA. So he's the fourth seed for this event. They expect him to lose to Brainy, but then come back later. And Sleepy gave us a ride to the tournament, which is very good of him. Thank you so much, Sleepy, for helping us here.
See, here's the thing, though. Is Sleepy's the enabler here. Sleepy's the real G.
Sleepy is the ride seed. He did a great job getting us to this tournament safely. Good, thank you, Sleepy. You need a Sleepy. It's very important to have somebody who's able to do that. That's very nice. So this is how the bracket is set up for the day. So the first round of tournament starts. Everybody starts playing. Everything goes off without a hitch. Brainy wins first round. Madman wins his round.
Sure.
Spike wins his round. Sleepy wins his round. I win my round. Everything's fine.
Good
this
stuff,
is exactly how the bracket is supposed to go. Then we have the second round. Now, what you may notice out of these results, Brainy continues on in winners.
Sure.
Spike has defeated Sleepy, which is just so unfortunate. Sleepy is now out of winner's bracket. But what's more important, Madman has fallen. Okay?
Oh, no.
Madman loses to somebody in his region. This is a North Carolina player. He lost to somebody. It was an upset. Seed 13. Whatever.
Okay.
He lost to some guy that wasn't supposed to beat him. Right?
he lost to the underdog. Dude is effectively Seto Kaiba losing to Joe Wheeler. Got it.
Madman is now in loser's bracket. Keep in mind, he's not out of the tournament. Don't worry, everybody.
Right, he's in a separate
Hold your
bracket.
horses. He's going to come back. But for now, let's focus on what's happening down here. For you see, I am now matched up with Spike. This is kind of a big deal. So me and Spike usually go about 50-50, all right? But Spike and I have something of a rivalry, okay? Because he said some mean things about me.
My
and it
God.
motivated me to get better.
He said you're a one-trick pony using link link spin, right? I almost said up smash, but that was something completely different. You said, what about my Link gameplay?
He had some choice words, and I took those to heart, right? So we have to play now. So we both sit down to play. Here we are in front of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, as you can see. And we do the strikes and bans and everything like that. I choose my weapon of choice, of course. King Dedede, obviously. And he chooses, I don't know, let's pick a random character. Kirby. So we play our match, right? We have a bit of a fight, back and forth, okay? And eventually, I win the first game. Spike starts telling me, hey man, I'm really hungry. Can I go get some food? No.
No.
Come on, dude. I'm just so hungry. Can I go eat before we play our next match? I'll be able to eat just really quick. Can I just go eat a burger?
No. See, Coney's denying his opponent advantage here. He's going to capitalize on him being hungry. What a legend. You know what? I'm into that.
No. You're sitting here and we're finishing this set.
Yeah.
Fine. I end up winning the set.
Legend.
I won the whole set, and I knock Spike into loser's bracket. Again, it could have gone either way. I was just the better player on that day, okay? So I defeat...
He was also the less hungry player. Good, just remember to eat before tournaments.
Spike to move on in the tournament, which is delightful because as you can see here, now we have our winners finals. Look at this. Brainy versus Coney. Amazing. Remember, we rode together and we wanted to snipe this tournament out. This was the whole point of us coming together, was to be able to meet in winners finals. But then I have an idea.
Oh no. Oh no.
You see, there's a pot bonus at this tournament, which means that one of us is gonna make a lot of money, but the other guy isn't gonna make a lot of money. So I have an ingenious idea. I get Brainy to meet me in an undisclosed location.
Oh my god, he's actually doing L5R stat. So thing that happened when L5R was a thing, not that I ever went to tournaments because I started an Emperor edition. There was 100% like collusion, like looting and collabing with each other, right? Like, well, I am a very honorable Crane Clan player, and unfortunately, my deck does not go up against Dishonor decks. So you, Mr. Dragon Clan, I will concede this game to you, this victory to you. But I will give you the win. But you need to make sure to do your best to be able to take the Scorpion out of the limelight, if you know what I mean, right? And just think, I mean, obviously that was augmented by in-game politics, right? Because of the different clans, right, and different feuds. Like I'm Scorpion Clan, so every time I see a Crane Clan player, I'm obligated to make fun of them, right? That's just how that works, and they're obligated to say I'm an honorless POS, right? It's just the interaction, right? Literally meeting and doing backrooms deal L5R status. This is what I love. I love it.
In the dark. Hey, Brady. Let's cheat. Essentially, what I want to do is say that I beat Brainy. Here's the thing. Look at the bracket again. I defeated Spike, right? The thing is, I go 50-50 with Spike. Me beating Spike, that's a coin flip. We don't know if it's going to happen or not.
Right.
But what I haven't told you is that Brainy shits on Spike. Dumpsters him. The matchup between Brainy and Spike is like 95-5. Spike has not beaten Brainy in 3 years.
Oh my god, this is going to be amazing. Oh my god, so is he going to take the L in order to take so he's going to have Brainy take the L, right? For him to take the W, but he's going to give Brainy the actual winnings, like the actual split that would have been if Brainy won. Oh, please tell me this is where this is going, because this is going to be, this is juicy.
So I'm like, oh, Brainy, have I got an opportunity for you? I say, Brainy, you let me win. You let me move on. We're going to say that we played, and we're going to say that I beat you. And Brainy, to his credit, says no.
Yeah.
See, Brainy is something of a cringe moral guy,
Okay,
he believes in the heart of competition and the better player persevering and all that bullshit.
Yeah, he's into that whole respect your opponent and play fair nonsense. How cringe. How pedestrian. Fairness? Nah. What happens if we just manipulate point values?
Oh, it's important to play your... I don't know. He watches a lot of anime, I guess.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
so
makes sense.
he says no. He won't do this with me. I'm like, dude, we rode together. You don't understand. One of us is going to leave with so much money, and the other one's going to be so sad. Brainy. Please. And after a couple minutes of whittling down, Brainy says, okay. Oh, yes. So now Brainy is waiting in the loser's bracket. I'm now in Grands. I have, for the record, defeated Brainy in combat. That's what everybody else thinks. What I've told Brainy is that, hey, if we split, we'll split the money at the end.
Sure.
You wait in losers. You play the guy. We'll split, and we'll say that you won the tournament. You beat me in 2 sets at the end. I'll give you first place at the tournament, but you and I will split the money. He's down for this idea. So, our plan goes off without a hitch, right? I defeat Brainy, and no one is the wiser. Coney wins! Coney wins winners finals. Coney is now sitting in Grands awaiting his opponent. Has anyone checked on Sleepy? I don't know what Sleepy is probably playing friendlies. Sleepy is in the corner playing friendly. He's probably fighting CPUs. Now we have our losers bracket ready. Spike and Madman have fought all the way up to loser semis. There's only 4 people left in the tournament.
Sure, okay, top cut.
We knew that they would. Madman, despite his early loss, has fought all the way back up. The reason that we did this setup is because we were positive that Spike was going to make it to Brainy, and then Brainy was going to dump on Spike.
Oh my god. Is Madman actually going to upset, and then Spike just takes the massive L?
Okay. Spike gets 3rd, Brainy gets 2nd, and it works out exactly like the seeding said. However, that is not what happens today.
Oh my god, no.
Madman beats Spike in an unprecedented upset.
Oh my god, that's actually really funny.
Oh, shit. We've made a terrible error. I have no idea how Spike lost this to this day. There's no reason Spike should have lost this. Yeah, Madman is good, but Spike is nuts. Maybe he just didn't eat. Maybe he just didn't take any time to get ready for the next match, but...
The man never actually got his burger. Dude, I'm feeling sorry for Spike right about now. I feel really bad for him. See, this is karma, though. You didn't let him to get up to get the burger, so you took the W in bracket, and then in loser's bracket, because you didn't let him get the burger, he took the L. Oh, it's instant karma. Oh, that is funny.
Madman does something, and Madman comes out on top. And now, me and Brainy are in a bit of a pickle, right? Because, Brainy has a shot of losing to Madman. However, I do not. You see, my character dumps on Madman. My character is like 95-5 with Madman.
Sure.
Madman could not defeat me. It doesn't matter how good he is. It doesn't matter how hot of a streak he's playing on. I would dump on Madman every day of the week. So how do we solve this quandary? Now we have jeopardized our splits. I have talked Brainy into a bad deal. He might get 3rd at this tournament, and then him and I have to split 2nd and 3rd.
Right.
Well, no, because I would have beaten Madman.
Right.
But 1st and 3rd. So Brainy and I are panicking. We don't know what we're going to do. Madman, fresh off of his win against Spike, is just standing in the room. Brainy and I find him, and we walk up, and we decide to come clean with the plot. We decide, hey, listen, we're just going to tell him exactly what happened, and hopefully he'll understand and we'll be able to figure this out.
It's the Space King thing where they're, we went on a secret mission to find the green crystals. The telling mom. Bro, we gotta come clean.
Hey, Madman, how's it going? How you doing? Congrats on beating Spike. Really proud of you, bro. That's a sick win. Madman goes, huh? What?
Huh?
Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, I thought I would have a tough time, but I've really been working on that matchup. Listen, Madman, we should probably go replay our set. What do you mean, Coney? You guys just played your set, and it said that you beat Brainy, which is terrific, because now I get to fight Brainy. Yeah, see, we didn't actually ever play. We just wrote that down to save time. We actually have to go play the set now. We thought that you were gonna lose to Spike. Madman is starting to live up to his namesake. I think you're bullshitting me. I think you guys did play. You're both boys from MDVA, and you just want Coney to be able to counterpick me in a matchup so you guys can split.
I'm sorry.
I think you guys are in on it, and you're full of shit.
I think that this is honestly fair, though, right? Like, can you imagine being in Top Cut and so obviously, like, you're playing through a tournament, right? And like, you get to Top Cut, but then like, oh, you're going against your opponent, but then your opponent and their friend come and go, hey, so we need to actually swap because we didn't report correctly. I feel this isn't necessary. This isn't like a hot take to get upset about this, right? Like, this is definitely one of those where it's like, this is, what do you mean? The bracket says this, therefore the bracket is. What do you mean that we need to replay this, right? Because it's gonna feel like you're getting snaked, right? Like, you're getting snaked out of your current game, right? So I don't know. This one's an interesting one.
Man, listen. No, dude, this is not personal. Please listen to me. This has nothing to do with you. I'm so sorry. I'm not cheating. We did this not because of you, but because of Spike. Spike is an asshole. Spike keeps cheating in our region. He said such mean, nasty things to both of us. He's cheated people out of wins. We did this just to make sure he would lose. This only gets Madman more irate.
I mean, to be fair, right? Like, at that point, it's like, the bracket says this. Regardless of whatever reasoning, next match is this. This is going to happen. This is not. At what point do you also grab a judge, though, right? At what point would you reasonably say, yo, we should probably go get a judge because, tampering with results, right? If a game was not played and was misreported, right, would that be a DQ? I don't know what the rule set is, but I feel like instead of getting angry and potentially risking your own reputation, you just get a judge at that point, right?
You what? You defiled the sanctity of my competition? You came to my home state and decided to rig my bracket just so I wouldn't beat up your shitty friend? And he gestures to Brainy. You both know that I would fuck him up if we played, and that's why you're trying to get me to fight you, because you're just going to chain grab me and play DDD, and I know that I would fuck him up. And now, Brainy's mad, because Brainy is a very prideful player. I have not mentioned this yet. Brainy takes shit very seriously. What the fuck do you mean you would beat me in tournament? You wouldn't be able to lace my boots, you shit stain. You couldn't beat me. You've never beaten me. I don't lose to your character. Yeah, you beat Spike. Good shit. I'm really proud of you. You know he's like number 4 in our state. I've been number 1 for a fucking year. You can't step to me. These dudes are mad, and I'm over here watching this all transpire. I have nothing to do with this anymore, right?
No, just let him play, let him fight it out.
Now they're just shit talking. And it seems as though I'm gonna get my way, you know? Because eventually these two are gonna play and I'm not at risk. However, I do feel very bad for Brainy, who I've roped into this. Eventually, these two end up playing. And very quickly, Madman gets shit on.
Wild.
It's not close. Madman absolutely gets dumpstered.
Oh my god, dude got actually finessed though. That adds so much insult to injury too. Oh my god, no.
Madman gets destroyed by Brainy in a 3-0 blowout, and then we win the tournament.
Wow.
That's it. We won. We won. I know there was a lot of buildup.
Funny.
But we won the tournament. Brainy pulls it out. Hooray for cheating. Yeah, we both walked out with maybe $200 each in our pockets.
Okay.
Congratulations to us two. So the full results of the tournament means that I came in second, right? Brainy came in first, Madman in third, and Spike in fourth. Incredible tournament. Everybody had a great time, and everybody after the tournament chills out. We talk to Madman a little bit more. He understands. We tell him we really weren't trying to mess with you. It's not personal. Madman gets it, and we all go out to cookout. Yeah!
I mean, as long as they all made up in the end, right? That's what matters, right? Like, it definitely sucks in the moment. But, like, especially, like, not just the coming clean, but, like, just explaining, look, this is genuinely what the intent was. We're so sorry that this happened. We promise this isn't trying to slight you, right? Like, and as long as, like, everybody gets on board and everybody's okay with that resolution, right? That's all that matters.
Hey, Cookout! If you've never been to Cookout, Cookout is delicious.
Never been.
It is a Atlantic South mainstay. You can get so much food there for, like, $20. It's basically Taco Bell, but for barbecue.
That sounds amazing, especially because Idaho barbecue makes me really sad. It makes me really depressed when, like, the tri-tip is super dry. Oh, it makes me so sad. The, like, what was it? Carolina sauce or whatever is just vinegar. It's just slightly flavored vinegar. It's so depressing out here.
Delicious. But after some time, we realize it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
We still have a 5-hour drive home without traffic. We should not have stayed this long.
No. The
now,
barbecue.
We're all poor college students.
Yeah.
We're not getting a hotel.
No.
I'm pretty sure that these guys had places to be the next day. So there's no way we're staying in North Carolina tonight. So we're going to go ahead and drive all the way home at 2 a.m. Keeping in mind, we started this journey at 7 a.m. the day before.
Oh, no. Tired. I can make it about 3.5 to 4 hours in a single drive. So I can go a few hundred miles, but my attention starts wandering about that 3.5 hour mark. I can do 5, and by the end, I'm like, I need to do literally anything else with my life at that point. Yeah, I mean, and that's just like pretty flat driving, right? Specifically from like Idaho to Western Oregon, right? Sorry, Eastern Oregon. Like, I don't know what the geography is like. I know the Appalachian Mountains are over there. I don't know enough about the geography. I know, because like, that's the thing is like, 500 miles is different if there's rough terrain or there's elevation or it's completely flat like you'd see out in like, you know what, like Kansas, right? Like there's a like 500 miles is different, especially at night where you start having, you know, visibility issues because it dark.
So we all pack back into the car. It's nighttime now, and everybody is feeling a little tired.
Yeah.
Now, after about half an hour, I realized just how fatigued I am. The adrenaline is beginning to wear off. I've just gotten second at a tournament, but really first, because I was the guy behind the whole operation. I was able to con myself into this grand final situation. I start to doze off. I'm gonna go sleep. Good night. We haven't heard much from Sleepy today, right?
Uh-huh.
Why, we had to check on him earlier, and he was playing CPUs. This is where Sleepy becomes integral to the story.
Oh, no. He actually falls asleep
For
at the
you
wheel.
see, there is a reason that we named him Sleepy. After a couple hours, Sleepy lives up to his namesake. And he dozes off on the road.
Yeah.
We're on a major highway.
Oh, no.
And I don't really remember exactly what happened. I just remember waking up to this. Oh my God! Oh my God! Help! Help! Oh my God! Jesus Christ! I'm telling you, dude, we were this was us. This was us. We're in the middle of the highway. Jesus Christ! Help!
Yep.
Help us! Sleepy, please wake up! It was so bad.
You can't. You couldn't see it under his image, but there was copyright information underneath his picture there.
Sleepy was out like a light. This is us. Are you ready? Look at this. Jesus Christ, Sleepy! And eventually, we end up like this. Backwards, facing the other direction on the highway.
Uh-huh.
I never forgot the feeling that gave me. If you've never been in a situation where you lose control of your car, you're like this on the highway, okay? Like literally sideways. There's something that washes over you. There's a sense of serenity as it's happening. And maybe
This is the
just
end,
me,
this is
but I
it.
remember thinking, okay, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I've lived a fine life. I lived to 22. I'm gone. There's nothing I can do about this. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Just lay back in the seat. I
Because what else do you do?
accepted it. Now, we did end up living. The car was basically like this on the highway. But I will tell you, the front 2 tires are blown out. It was like this on all of them. Do you see this? It was that. He was fishtailing like crazy, dude. When he woke up, he like swerved so hard, and thank God there was nobody else on the road. It was like 6 a.m., I think. We were almost home. He made it 4 hours. What a trooper. But all the tires popped just like this. It was like torn, right?
Yikes.
So, we all get out of the car. We call Sleepy's mom. And we wait a couple hours on the side of the road. But I will tell you, this story does have a happy ending. Because I'm here to tell you about it now. At the end of the day, we all made it home safe. We were only about an hour away from home. It wasn't too bad. Sleepy's mom came to pick us up. They got it towed to the rest area or whatever. They got all the tires replaced, and we got home maybe $200 richer. Sleepy asked if we could give him some money to help pay for the tires on the way home, and we told him, yeah, absolutely. And then we didn't do it.
Classic.
Because we forgot. I think that's what happened anyway. That's so crazy. I think we forgot. Listen, Sleepy, if you're watching this and you know who you are, I got $100 for you, bro. My bad. I was poor back then. Sleepy will never see this. Sleepy isn't around anymore.
Oh my god.
I think this spooked him. I don't know if he operates motor vehicles. So now we've come to the end of our story, and you might be saying, Coney, what the hell was up with that last part? That had nothing to do with the rest of the story. You can't possibly think that you deciding to rig a bracket for your own advantage has anything to do with your friend falling asleep while driving. And what I would say to you is maybe open up your mind a little, be a little bit more open to new experiences. Try to understand that we are all here on this cosmic journey. Perhaps it was karma on that day. Or perhaps Sleepy was just up for 24 hours and competed in a tournament and got his ass beat 300 miles from his house and had to go to bed. Who can say? All I know is that I appreciate you joining me on this journey. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Say goodbye, chat.
Oh my god.
Say goodbye.
That was amazing.
Bye, YouTube. Goodbye. Good movie. That was fun. That was a good time.
That was...
All we did was just break the, we just broke the bracket for our advantage. I thought bracket rigging was a SoCal thing. Oh, God, no. We did it all the time.
It's a SoCal
Dude,
thing.
PM, too.
What an amazing video. What an amazing insight into both the Smash Bros community as well as I like to talk about Smash Bros. I never get to talk about it enough. Not that I'm an active player or I'm even good at the game, but I enjoy hearing about it. That was amazing. I don't turn on notifications. That's worth a sub. That was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Hopefully you did as well. Thank you, Coney and Cody's chat for an amazing experience. I loved this. I thought this was amazing. Hopefully you did as well. Thank you, chat. I will see you all in the next one.